Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with...
Twitter.
I don't think they can see you at all. I'm trying so hard.
It's all of Twitter.
Are you leaning back on purpose?
It's me, all of Twitter.
And as always, I'm going to talk about my day. Give me one moment to edit the description, get the live chat up, etc., etc. So, Ian, while I'm getting the live chat up, tell us more about your day. You know, how you been? Excuse me.
Pretty good indeed. One of the... at 219 subscribers, almost 220 if you guys want to get 220.
Congrats.
Yeah. Also, my day has been very good. Just really busy. Really busy.
Understandable. I need to move these things, a Dairy Queen napkin and an Eternia knitting. Okay. There we go. Now if I lean back, I think this shows off the most Aidan.
Thank you. 10 out of 10 Aidens. Agreed. There's over 12 sugars in anything you even air.
Even air. Needs more. So I think I consumed maybe 6 of the sugars in the air already. Also, are the frat people outside just waiting for it to snow? There are niggas outside.
How do you know?
I came here from the outside.
But you see them? You saw them?
Yeah, like in the hall.
Oh, maybe it's snowing right now and that's why
It's not. I just came from outside.
But I mean right now. It could be starting right now.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
Yeah, because I was just out there and it was like rain. Getting the live chat set up.
Yeah, you're right. It's raining.
Then I'm going to put some tags on it. Boom, 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 boom. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Is it like good interesting or like, woo, too many sugars?
Still too many sugars. It's still raining right now.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, hold up. Today is
the 29th.
Give me the Tuesday. Give me the Tuesday with
It is Tuesday.
Yeah. But it hasn't snowed. It's not telling me when snow's gonna hit.
It might not hit because it's Alabama.
That's true. But part of the whole thing was snow because school canceled.
We do that all the time though.
And it just doesn't?
Yeah, it's a big problem.
So then will the thing open back up or will it just...
No, it just stays closed. This happened all throughout grade school. It's like a regular occurrence. Thunderstorms too.
Wintry mix is in view. Expect occasional wintry mix to end at 3:45.
Occasional winter remix.
So it's raining and it's snow. Let's look. Let's look to see if they have some bullshit going on.
Well, you check on the bullshit. I'm gonna edit the description of the video. Bum, 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 bum. I actually have a lot of stuff to talk with you guys about. Currently editing the description right now. I notice we have one viewer. Yo, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button. Really appreciate it. Don't worry, I'll be looking at the live chat in just a moment. I'm currently editing the description. Yo, Kels.
Right.
Kels said...
It's crazy out there. It's like a full wintry mix. It's weird that wintry mix looks a lot like
rain. Just straight up rain with nothing else in it. Kels said, what up? Me and other Kels and me are now one. They fused.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Kels. You know what's interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Saying wintry mix, I feel is the weatherman equivalent to making up a synopsis for a paper in high school that you just didn't do. It's the bullshit makeup answer. What, is it gonna snow or is it gonna rain? It's gonna be a wintry mix.
Oh, if the paper's did George Washington actually never tell a lie? And then it's well, everybody does a little bit of both.
Yeah, and you just kind of
bullshit it. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say wintry mix is the closest thing a weatherman gets to saying celery dicks.
So he's just trying.
I mean,
it's gonna be a wintry mix with here's the new weather, Mallory Hicks, and
The weatherman can't say celery dicks, but it's all he wants to.
Yeah.
So he just keeps saying things that are like kind of close.
Be careful, everybody. There's a new predicament out around the area. Creakety bricks.
Creaky. My house just won't stop making noise due to all these creaky bricks.
That doesn't make a lot of sense, but they're creakety bricks.
That was me with the weather. Now we're going to tune into Beverly Hicks. That's not my name. Stop calling me that. I'm not a Beverly Hick. Oh shit, she became one by the end of that fucking statement. What if she did turn into one? That's his power.
Well, there's been a big dilemma at the skate park because there's been some kids who are hitting insanely sickety whips.
Oh, at first I thought you were gonna say licks.
I was gonna say licks, but then I changed it last second. Should have kept licks.
Hitting whips sounds like beating up people's cars.
They're stealing the whips.
Oh, so they're just actually criminals.
And now to sports with the Knicks.
Oh, someone in one of my competitive strategy classes, right?
Right.
He named a video game because the teacher asked him, like, what video games does he like?
And he was like, shut up, you're not my real mom.
And he said Fortnite, which is now, like, one of the most, like, popular video games out there, right?
And it grosses.
True. And the teacher said, what? Like, she was just, like, really confused. She had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, if she was to know any video game,
it'd probably be Fortnite.
Yeah, so I was really surprised that he named, like, one of the most common things.
Maybe she just straight up didn't hit up. I messed up. I really messed this whole thing up.
Also, your boy Nani hit up the stream. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you.
You, Nani.
Also, don't forget to smash that like button. Truly appreciate it.
Also, don't forget to like that smash button.
That is pretty factual. But yeah, don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already. I know we got 2 viewers and 0 likes.
Ooh, also, I don't know if you guys like rap, but I have a Winslow rap channel. And it has 8 subscribers right now. If that's some of you guys, awesome. If not, hit it up. I want to put out more music, but I haven't recently. Trying to find that style. So, yeah, got a little bit out so far.
Tell them about Homebound Hideaway. Real quick, while you do. Kells said, the weather today is going to be hecka lit, fam. He said, for those in Oklahoma, there's a chance a storm will come out and hit you, but there's an even chance to miss. So the question is, will it hit or miss? I think he's going with the ad-lib weather thing.
Or is it miss?
Missed. What's your weather synopsis? Mist. The mist may miss us.
Yeah. But more importantly, we're going to classify that under the range of wintry mix. It could be anything, really. A wintry mix. You could have some lightning, maybe a tornado or an earthquake. It's a wintry mix,
As long as it's kind of cold.
As long as it's winter. It doesn't even have to be cold, just if it's in winter. We're in the Mojave Desert in the winter. We've got a lot of wintry mix out here.
Now, if you look over here, at nothing, we got a wintry mix.
Out here in space, as you can see, we're far away from the sun, so it's a pretty bad wintry mix.
Nani said, I liked, did it work? I see no likes. I see no likes on the counter. He said, did Matt end up subbing? Matt did end up smashing that subscribe button, supposedly. I gotta check the subscriber list. He claims that he edited his settings to where I can see it. We'll see. He said, no, he's saying hit or miss from that one song. Are you familiar?
I'm saying miss from that one song.
Oh, what song is that? Oh, from your own thing?
Yeah.
Oh, from his... Ooh.
Self-referential.
Hey, killing it. Let's see. So I believe I've edited up this description to where it has everything that I did for today. I need to edit these tags real quick. That was the next thing that I was working on.
I'm gonna try my best to listen to music and see what I can come up with. Also, you know what's really sad and also like kind of an interesting thing that they just happen to do. There's a producer on YouTube just posted 2 days ago a new Free Mac Miller type beat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hype about it. But you know what the name of their channel is?
What?
Play Dead.
Play Dead? Got him. Do they
I was
only,
just
like,
maybe they shouldn't have.
make instrumentals for dead rappers?
Yeah. Or maybe that's all they do.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you were saying, I was saying, like, maybe they shouldn't.
Oh.
Yeah, well, because then it's just like, oh, who's that? And then, like, someone immediately dies, and they're like, ooh,
Good
we got
him.
the new one. Yeah.
Just on time.
It
Needed
would
more
get you
content.
a ton of views, though.
It
Because
does.
people would be Googling, like,
They'll be on that memory shit. Nostalgia.
oh shit, this really fucks me up. So they have, like, video of just, like, other live oh, it's on Mac Miller, okay. Of, like, other live performances, but then they just play their beat over it.
Oh, okay.
It
That
doesn't
is
have,
kinda
like,
weird.
the lyrics, but it's just, like, the background.
Kel said hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend? I bet he doesn't kiss ya. Then he said,
Fuck
Moi.
was really good, too.
Moi. He's
Since
gonna
it's a
find
free
another
for
girl
use
and he
beat.
won't miss ya. He's gonna skirt and hit the dam like Wiz Khalifa. And then he said dab. Is that like a real song?
Yeah, since it's a, no, it's not.
Oh no, the thing that he posted in the
Since
line.
it's a free beat, can I use it? Can I, like, play it for you?
Like in the background?
Like, can I just play it? Yeah, like,
Sure, I suppose.
I really fuck with this beat.
This is by Play Dead. Nani said he didn't get a notification. I'm sorry to hear that.
I just started listening to that out of nowhere, and I was like, ooh, shit.
How is the audio? Can you guys still like hear us like pretty clearly?
That's true. Oh, like, look at
Kel said it's a real song that turned into a huge meme thanks to TikTok. Oh, interesting. But yeah, how is the balance of like audio to like voice? Can you guys still hear us pretty clearly? It's very mellow. When it's a free song and then it says on the screen, buy one, get one free. Then Nani said, it's good, thank you. Then Kel said the audio is good. That's good to hear. Is the stream good? I don't know, the like counter for me just straight up says 0. I'm like, oh. Let's see. It won't let me post the description that I have because it's too long. I did like a lot of shit today. So I might have to not include as much. So I'm currently trying to edit that. So give me one moment. I put so many details in my description. Oh, he's going for the headphone.
Yeah, I figured I would play the whole beat.
Ooh, understandable. Let's see. So right now I'm trying to edit the description so that it can be a little more concise. Also, I realized that I didn't like add like certain things. Yo, Amir, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button. Truly appreciate it. Right now I'm editing the description because I did too much stuff today. Well, it's more that I went into too much detail on everything that I did today. So I'm trying to make the description shorter. Don't forget to smash that like button, by the way. Truly appreciate it. Excuse me. Scooting back. Right now we got Renzel in the background. He's working on some rap stuff. Let's see. So that should help out with the description a little bit. Oh shit. I shortened like one thing in my description and it suddenly was like okay to post. So that's cool. Let's see. And went to Winslow's for the stream. There we go. So now, oh snap, it's too long. Yeah, I added like a little bit more and it was too much. Let me shorten it just a little bit because I don't know what the, I don't know how far beyond the limit I'm at. Let's see. And then, I mean, that's pretty much it. I feel like I shouldn't have to edit. There we go. Cool. So I'm just gonna keep it how it is, like, at that point. Was in, like, a weird situation with the description, trying to make sure that it wasn't too long, but I think, like, this should be adequate. So now I'm ready to, like, start up the stream. Okay, so let's see. Kel said, I've been thinking of making 3 more cards for my Bright Eyes archetype. Supreme Team Dragon Bright Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and Alliance of the Pendulum Dragons. I think the Supreme King Dragon Bright Eyes sounds really interesting. He said, after I make those, I'll vote in the fan poll for an archetype review, because my Bright Eyes archetype is biologically my child. Yeah, I'd be, like, more than down to hit that. That sounds like a great idea. So now I'm going to go over my day without reading the live chat. And then after I go over my day, I'll be more than happy to, like, talk with you guys, and we just have, like, a full hangout stream. So without further ado, let's get started. So after the stream, Aidan and I talked about the Dan Schneider like Nickelodeon scandal, about the weird thing involving Dan Schneider and, like, foot fetishes and, like, kids and stuff like that. Dan Schneider is the guy who worked on, like, the Amanda Show, Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, you know, all those popular live action Nickelodeon television shows from back in the day. But there have been, like, some rumors and some hints that he might be, like, into, like, feet, like kid feet. It's kind of weird. I watched a video on it not too long ago, and me and Aiden talked about it after the stream. So after me and Aiden hung out for a little bit, I went back to the dorm and watched Rhymestyle's reaction to the Dragon Ball Project Z trailer. I was hoping, since Rhymestyle was watching the event where the trailer was released, that they would talk about some additional gameplay details. Sadly, the video didn't teach me anything about the gameplay. After that, I watched the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour Grand Finals. It was Kazunoko versus Fenritti while exercising and eating breakfast. I love Kazunoko's Yamcha and how he uses Ki Blast to open up his opponent for Wolf Fang Fist. Fenritti's team of Bardock, Cell, and Super Saiyan Vegeta feels like generic good stuff, so it didn't really, like, stand out to me. Kazunoko's team of Gotenks, Adult Gohan, and Yamcha feels a little more interesting. Most people agree that Gotenks and Adult Gohan are top tier, but Yamcha, I feel like, is an interesting choice. Gotenks with his Ghost Kamikaze applies pressure, and Adult Gohan with his... I wanted to show him, like, opening, like, the Oreo thing. Let's see. Adult Gohan are top tier, but Yamcha feels a little more interesting. Gotenks with his Ghost Kamikaze applies pressure, and Adult Gohan with his fast fall has mix-ups and easy super potential. His Yamcha surprisingly can hold his own. He almost took out Fenritti's 3 characters with Yamcha alone. He seems to play Yamcha for his assist, like, more for, like, combo extension, like opening up opponents, but also as an anchor character. Kazunoko earned the W, I feel, not only by having, like, a unique and interesting team, but knowing how to play them. So I feel like Kazunoko, like, put his foot in. He did a good ass job. After that, I took a shower, got dressed, scrolled through Tinder, and then went to bed for the night. I slept an hour longer than usual to get a little more sleep in. I had a really crazy dream. The school was like a weird movie theater lobby / auditorium. I played a carnival game in front of a studio audience that involved knocking over pins with rolls of toilet paper, but I was naked and I didn't realize it. I ran around trying to find somewhere to change clothes in private, but some kid kept following me around. I ran into one of my old coworkers at the library, and then the Justice League arrived to talk to the kid. Instead of Wonder Woman, Amazon was on the team. Amazon is pretty much just Storm and Wonder Woman combined. That's around the time I woke up, is when, like, Amazon showed up. When I woke up, I messaged with Danica, Maddie, Mom, my brother, and Dad. Danica isn't feeling well, so I wished her good morning and to feel better soon. She asked me about my dream, so I told her the story. Maddie wasn't feeling well either and was still in bed. I missed her message since it was sent, like, over an hour ago because I slept longer than normal. So I asked her if she had gotten out of bed yet, and the answer was no. It took her a minute for her to, like, finally, like, get up. Mom wants me to come over to hang out Sunday, so I messaged my brother asking if he was free for a family get-together this weekend. He said maybe, and I hit him up a little bit later during the week. I then messaged Dad about the upcoming career fair Wednesday, and we scheduled a time for us to, like, swap my suit from the Washington, D.C. job fair for, like, business casual clothes. I filmed and edited 2 reaction videos. One was for the new Birds of Prey teaser trailer, and the other was for the Boruto / Dai Jump Force reveal trailer. The Birds of Prey teaser trailer was nothing to call home about. The most hype thing about the Jump Force trailer was Dai, mainly due to the moves and costume options he offers to custom characters. Dad came by to pick up my suit and dropped off business casual clothing for the job fair Wednesday. I realized I typed in Wednesday day for whatever reason. Wednesday. Black David came over and we played Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I think I might start playing more Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, as I like how easy it is to get in close with his special moves to apply pressure. I also really like his Ki Blast Super. It's essentially, it's not even like a Ki Blast Super, his Ki Blast Special. His Ki Blast Special is essentially the super move that Super Saiyan Vegeta does, like normal Super Saiyan Vegeta, and it's just really powerful. I was like, holy shit, he just has this normally. So after David left, I checked my email and I discovered that we have no school tomorrow, which means I essentially get a 5-day weekend this week, which is not bad at all. I watched some highlight clips from the recent WWE Royal Rumble. I think it was literally like 2 days ago now. I haven't watched wrestling in a while. It's good to see that Asuka is still the SmackDown Women's Champion. Asuka kneeing Becky Lynch in the face to counter an aerial attack, and Ronda Rousey accidentally punching and breaking a ring post were my favorite highlights from watching like the Royal Rumble stuff. Dad came by and dropped off some groceries, and I have plenty of food at the dorm if I need it. I watched some Pretty Much It, which is a YouTube channel that I've now been following for like the last few days. I really enjoy it. I watched some Pretty Much It for a bit before I realized I hadn't listened to this week's SoundCloud Weekly. So I decided to do double my normal exercise routine and listen to SoundCloud Weekly. So that's 450 half push-ups, 100 full push-ups, and 750 knee thrusts per leg. After listening to music for a bit, I wrote and recorded a rap called Fluidity. Shout out to Tech.Lun for the beat. It definitely played a hand in inspiring the flow and the feel of the performance. You can check that out now on the channel. Black David listened to it and he said that it was good overall. I watched an episode of Adventures of Superboy. It was a murder mystery story that seemed to take inspiration from a Twilight Zone episode on paranoia. It had a nice, even if it was predictable, twist. The episode focused on Clark's coworkers, and they all gave a great performance that you normally don't get to see out of them because they're normally more like background characters. I took a quick nap, woke up, and ate breakfast while watching more wrestling videos. I saw the women's tag team qualifier match, but I wasn't really familiar with the teams fighting, so I couldn't really get into it. Raw's Women's Championship match was pretty intense. I didn't know that Ronda Rousey was the Raw Women's Champion. Her battle against Bayley for the title was pretty solid. Bayley was a previous Raw Women's Champion, so the fight was to see if she could earn the title back. I actually prefer Ronda Rousey over Bayley, as Bayley's personality seems wholesome but kind of boring. Ronda ended strong with a submission hold that carried her and Bayley from the top rope into the ring. Becky Lynch has challenged Ronda to WrestleMania, and the hype is hella real. Let me move my phone real quick. I didn't know that Ronda was playing a heel and that Becky was playing like a hero. In case you're not familiar with the terminology, a heel in wrestling is kind of like a villain character. They kind of like act mean and like say mean things. They're like really tough. But Ronda seems to play like a likable heel. Like she's not just like a dick. Her character for the most part seems to be like, I am like really strong and I've proven myself through MMA and I only want to face off against equally strong opponents when they're at their best. Like, don't talk to me now, Becky Lynch. Come at me when you're like your strongest, and when you are, I will like tear you down, kind of thing. I was like, ooh, yeah, I'm feeling this. This is pretty dope. So I'm like digging like the rivalry that they had. So after that, I ended up like taking a shower, freshening up. I ate food because I got to get that one meal a day in, and I came over to Winslow's to like do the live stream. So that's my day today. Some of those last few details aren't included in the description of things I did today. That's because I ran out of space, but that's okay. So let me catch up on my live chat and see what I missed. So Kel said, I was thinking that Alienise of the Pendulum Dragons could pop a card in your own Pendulum scale to search for a Bright Eyes or an Odd Eyes card, and you could banish it from your graveyard to get a free fusion summon. Alienise of the Pendulum Dragons. That effect that you just described kind of reminds me of the Bright Eyes like Ultimate Fusion Pendulum that you had. Having a lot of searchers definitely makes your deck more consistent, but you just got to be careful with how many searchers you put in, because at a certain point, the deck can feel like a little broken, if that makes sense. So always like think about that with like moderation. Boom, boom. So now I've gone over like everything that I've done today, and then he said, sorry, it meant Alliance of the Pendulum Dragons. Oh, okay, no problem. Also, Now we're at like the hangout portion of the stream where we can just kind of talk about whatever we want. Feel free to like bring up discussion topics, ask me anything, you know, like full on AMA. Feel free to ask me questions about my day, questions about my life, questions about like anime, comic books, YouTube, movies, etc. I'm here for you guys. This is just like a full on hangout. Winslow's in the background, so if you guys have questions for him, feel free to like ask him questions as well. Yo, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jeff Black, the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. I just finished going over my day, so right now we're just doing like a hangout stream. Feel free to like ask me anything, hit me up with any questions you may have or any discussion topics. Makako Young said, "You look so handsome today. Thank you kindly. I appreciate the compliment." Right now, I'm just hanging out with you guys in the live chat. Feel free to ask me any questions that you have or bring up any discussion topics. I'm just more than happy to talk with you guys. I just went over everything that I did today. It's also included in the live chat, not in the live chat, in the description box below. So feel free to check out that description. Makako said, "Do you want to see my boobs?" No, thank you. Just not interested. So let's see. I've had a lot of interesting ideas recently for like writing like a superhero story. I've been working on superhero stories um, based off of like my friends. I've written one series concept and formula based on my friend Colin, and one based on my friend Winslow, who's right here. So I'm trying to work on different story concepts for each of my friends, and I keep just thinking of more and more ideas. So your boy Kel said, "Big oof," and Mikako said, "So sad." Then they said, "I followed you since 2017." Thank you kindly for like sticking with us for this long. Truly appreciate it. We're currently at 1,002 subscribers. I want to do a 1,000 subscriber special when we hit 1,010. The reason why I'm waiting until we hit 1,010 is because tens places are like really easy to fluctuate. So we're at 1,002 right now, but I feel like it's really easy to just drop like 3 subscribers and fall back into the 900s. I think once we get to like 1,010 subscribers, it'll have like a softer like cushion. It's less likely that you'll drop like the full 10. So this video is more or less just like a vlog hangout. We'll do like an ebook giveaway kind of thing once we hit 1,010 subscribers. Then Kel said, "Sorry, young, but sometimes people don't want to see your boobs. Trust me, I've been there." I mean, it's just a thing. Um, but I've been thinking about different ways to try and turn my friends into like superheroes based off of different things going on in their life. Aiden works in like a laboratory. He has like his own lab, so I incorporated that into like his superhero story. Colin researches like game design because that's like what he comes to like our school for. He's like studying how to like make his own fighting games, so I incorporated that into like his story. So I've been thinking about how am I going to make Maddie into a superhero, and how I'm going to make myself into a superhero for this book. I had a lot of good ideas, I think, for both me and Maddie today. I don't know why, but whenever I'm in the shower, thoughts just seem to just flow really easy. So I had a lot of cool ideas. So I imagine after the stream, I'm probably going to like take some time to like write those ideas out. So like I said earlier today, I did a reaction video to the new Jump Force Naruto character reveals that showed off like Kaguya, Baruto, Kakashi, um, I think, oh, and Gara. And then it also showed off Dai from Dragon Quest, but at the time I didn't know what he was from. If you guys have seen that new trailer for Jump Force, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Like, what were your thoughts on the new Jump Force character reveals and like the moves that we saw, and also the new like battle stadiums? That's one thing that I always overlook whenever I do those videos. I'm paying so much attention to the characters, I'm forgetting that they're introducing like whole locations for you to fight in that are directly related to said characters. So definitely feel free to like hit me up with your thoughts on like that Jump Force trailer. Kel said I thought it was dope. He said I might play Boruto. The main thing I thought was weird about Boruto, I don't think they ever showed his vanishing Rasengan in the trailer. That was the main thing I expected to see because, in my opinion, it's Boruto's like signature move. His ability to like throw that invisible Rasengan that like flies and then like hits you. I wanted to see like gameplay of it, And I wanted to know if they were going to put it in the game because it's interesting to try and make something like that competitive, where your opponent can throw a projectile that just disappears but still tracks and can hit you. It was in like the Ultimate Ninja Storm games, at least the ones that Boruto's in. So I know they can do it, but I was curious if they were going to. Kel said his team is going to be Jotaro, Yugi, and Boruto or Deku. My team right now, like my go-to team, will probably be like custom character, and then two other people. Because my current team that, based on like my experience playing the beta, is like Sasuke, Goku, and Pegasus. But I feel like I like each of them for one move in particular, and I think because I can just put all those moves on my custom character, that I'll have my custom character have all my favorite moves from them, but then I still need to fill out my team with other people. So like that's the issue. Um, I feel like I'll play Yugi a little bit, but I don't feel like Yugi will be my main. I feel like I'll play him mainly because I really like Yugi. You know what I mean? Um, but I feel like Dai from like the new reveal trailer, he looked really cool. I didn't talk about his move set in the reveal trailer because everything goes by so fast. It's hard to like keep up with like what's flashing on the screen. But after like rewatching that trailer, it looked like Dai has like some interesting moves. Plus, I love his aesthetic, so I think I'll probably give my custom character elements of like the costume features from Pegasus and Dai, because I think they have like the two best costumes in the game that I've seen so far. I just really like the medieval fantasy aesthetic that they have, even though I don't really vibe with a medieval fantasy genre. Like it's like not my favorite kind of thing, but I love like how their costumes are. So I'll probably make my character use elements from both of their costumes,
Care to hear a verse from a rap?
and then maybe like play as them. Yo, your boy Winslow has been working on a rap, and he'd like to perform it for you guys live. So Winslow, are you down for that?
Absolutely. Let me make sure I skip the part where there's like the little.
Do you ever use the rap pad feature that lets you do stuff like that? So what we use to write raps is rap pad. So what you can do on rap pad is take the YouTube link and post it in,
Yeah.
and then you can tell it like start at like this time, so it'll just on it. You just never have to like worry about that part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Do you think from like your distance away from the camera that they'll be able to like hear you clearly and everything?
Probably not.
Probably not. Get in.
But I have to keep
You gotta keep your computer plugged in. How long is your cord?
this long.
Oh, like you're already at your limit. That is an
That's why
interesting
I'm, like,
situation.
balancing it on here, not like hanging
I got you. Let's see. Kel said my dream version of Jump Force would have all the Yu-Gi-Oh main dudes from the Duel Monsters to Vrains and all the JoJo's from part 1 to 8. It'd be cool if they made a Yu-Gi-Oh fighting game. So real quick, we're gonna get a live performance from your boy Winslow.
Also, tell me what you guys think. I'm trying to work on the song. And also, if you care to, check out Homebound Hideaway. I'm doing some different stuff now, so this sound is going to be a little bit different than the stuff on there. But I've been trying to develop and work on it. So, Jet, you too, let me know what you think. As another rapper, I appreciate the knowledge. Okay. So outer space is emptiness. Hope a tractor beam comes, I'll call it heaven instead. Return postage, I'm a letter mail, but never meant to open. Third eye, blind symptoms of a lack of focus. Fucked up flannel, mid too loud to handle. Walk with loose ends like my show cancel. Never knew higher standards, set my life on lifters, but never finished the landing. The Bible Belt built anti-Ned Flanders.
Yo, would you mind doing a rap genius for us? Like going in detail about like, what are the lyrics about? Like
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Um, hmm. Um, kind of a mix of things, I guess. Um, so, um, essentially the first part is so outer space is emptiness, and that sort of alludes to my interest in space and in science in general, and also the idea of outer space being lonely and of it kind of reflecting times in my life where I felt that loneliness and even in a weird backward kind of sense the desire to be lonely. So can look at it as one of two things, or the desire to be alone, I guess, not particularly lonely. But I hope a tractor beam comes, I'll call it heaven sent. The idea behind that is essentially comparing one, an interest in like aliens and UFOs and space and continuing with that theme, and then also trying to start to talk about a little bit of things more outlandish, more skeptical, and also to I guess more fringe would be the correct term. And then also, I call it heaven sent, alludes to the fact that for quite a few years now I've considered myself an atheist. So essentially saying that something like that would be the closest that I could compare to like a miracle, something that like fantastic. If a beam of light just shot down from the sky, would be the closest thing I could call to like a deity. Would just be something that would be bigger than ourselves. Return postage. I'm a letter mailed but never meant to open. Is essentially one talking about the idea that I think if like aliens picked me up in a UFO, they'd probably just be like, nah, let's like send them back. We don't want that dude. But also, it's a kind of a joke in there, but also talking about something a little deeper that I didn't know for a long time, but that I was born one before my parents were married, and two I was born to parents who shouldn't have been able to have a kid. So it was kind of a surprise and was something that was statistically supposed to be unlikely. So that was a pretty interesting thing. Third eye blind, symptoms of a lack of focus. People say that like your third eye, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but from my interpretation, that your third eye has to do with a lot of like center and focus and like chakra and things like that. People talking about that concept. So I used that, even though I don't really know much about magic, and that's not a particular interest of mine. I thought messing with this sort of out there kind of theme, talking about the idea of having that center through that third eye, also comparing to a lack of focus, like your eye not being focused might make you not be able to see well. And so that kind of being the idea that leading into the troubles or difficult times may be led from a lack of focus, a lack of being able to calm yourself in a stressful situation. And so that just kind of leading to a cycle of continuing to be stressed or continuing to have problems. Fucked up flannel, mid too loud to handle. That refers to my past where I had some experience with drug use and things like that. Not anything particularly heavy, but that being the case had sort of gotten me into this point where essentially you would get sad or you'd get upset or you'd have difficulties in your life that would then lead you to not really care as much and to be more open and more frequent in doing things like that, which then wouldn't help you to get your life back on track or to do things that are particularly productive. So it would kind of lead to a cycle of not being satisfied with what's going on and then doing something that wouldn't put you in a better place to begin with. Continuing off of that, walk with loose ends like my show's canceled. That referring to loose ends, like maybe loose ends on my clothes, like threads, not having good clothes, or potentially like untied shoes, things like that. Just kind of seeming like, I don't know if this is an appropriate term, but like raggedy, like someone who isn't putting a lot of time or effort into their appearance. And that kind of being a symptom of that like fucked up flannel idea, kind of connecting to that, and also loose ends like my show's canceled, kind of a joke, a callback to the idea that if somebody's show's canceled, a lot of the time people will get really upset because there's like plot details and things that aren't finished in the show. So that also kind of ties into the idea of like, hey, this part in your life, this part where you're not fulfilling yourself, ends up being so much that you're missing, and so much that you have left to do in life that you're not actually pursuing. So never knew higher standards, essentially saying that though my parents have always been very supportive of me and everything like that, there wasn't anything particularly in my life that was like a shining star example of what to do. So once I started getting into more of my adult life, I started having to figure out some things on my own, and that ended up being kind of an interesting thing to figure out. Set my life on lifters but never finished the landers. The idea of that being that part of my research, part of my interest is these little lifters that I make, ion propulsion, and essentially the idea that I'm setting things up like that, but I have had other problems in my life that have made that difficult at times, and that have maybe made it slower for me to be able to reach the places I want to than it probably should have, because of me not putting as much time and effort into what I know now I really care about. So set my life on lifters but never finish the landers. That also just being to the idea that like if you have something that doesn't have the proper landing gear, it'll crash, and that's kind of the idea of the song. And then the Bible Belt built anti-Ned Flanders, essentially saying that I was raised Catholic. I was raised in a very religious community, as a lot of the South is. They call it the Bible Belt. And that I was raised in the Bible Belt, and that I would be considered the anti-Ned Flanders because of the idea that Ned Flanders is this guy who's very polite, very Christian, very almost to the point of being silly type of guy, very nerdy. And I feel like I'm similar in a lot of aspects, but there are parts of my personality that diverge almost in the direct opposite direction. So I could see somebody who doesn't really know me saying, you seem or you look like Ned Flanders. But especially when I used to have a mustache, that was a whole thing. But that being the case, saying that essentially a lot of my views, though I have similarities to that sort of idea of a nerd, or that idea of I guess, drab white character in the idea of a show, is contrasted by a lot of my personality and a lot of the things I've been through. So yeah.
So a quick question to the live chat I would ask. What are your thoughts on like the lyrics of his song? How do you feel about his flow? How do you feel about his performance? Especially since he went into like the full like rap genius, like breaking down each of the lines. Do you feel like you understand it better? Do you feel like you have any questions about his rap? I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts. Also, don't forget to smash that like button. Truly appreciate it. I have a few comments that we missed during that, so I'm going to check out the comment. Excuse me. So, let's see. Fox Pixar Media said, please watch Legendary's Ratatouille 2018. It's on Fox Pixar Media right now. Legendary's Ratatouille 2018. So I guess my question is, what is that? What does that mean? Also, I still have it on the documentary filter, which I set it to when you started doing the Rap Genius part. Gonna change it back to normal. I actually don't know what would be a nice chill hangout filter. Dream would be kind of weird to do. Causes everything to like marsh out. But tell me about it. Give me a synopsis of Legendary's Ratatouille 2018. I definitely like to know like where you're coming from on that. Also, what do you think of this effect?
I like it. Was that the end of the comment?
No, not at all. That was like one comment. Kel said, well, technically, they could only add the JoJo's from part 1 to 6. After 6, the guy who made JoJo moved away from Jump to Shonen Jump for big boys. He then said, so my ultimate dream team would be Yuya from Arc V, Giorno from JoJo Part 5, and Broly Movie Gogeta. Do you think they'll put, like, Broly Movie Gogeta into Jump Force? We already have so many Dragon Ball-based characters in Jump Force. I feel like it would be a little bit surprising in order to get, like, Dragon Ball Super like more Dragon Ball characters in Jump Force. But I'm sure there's a demand for it. I'm sure there are people who want the Broly movie characters put into Jump Force. Then Fox said, Legendary's Ratatouille. He said, come on. We want you to watch Legendary's Ratatouille 2018. It's a film. He says it's basically the original 2007 film, but remade with additional scenes and musical scenes. I feel like that's not what it is at all. I feel like if we tried to look it up, like Legendary's Ratatouille, it would be like knockoff fake Ratatouille. Plus, I don't think they would just put that on YouTube.
I'm trying to see if there are any comments
About the rap.
Yeah.
We did go into like a big portion of the video being like you doing the rap and then you explaining the rap. Maybe they don't have questions because you like went over everything, but they still might have an opinion. So right now we're trying to gauge them to see if they have like an opinion. So what did you guys think of like Winslow's rap? Kel said, I don't think they would add Gogeta or Broly. Do you think they wouldn't add Gogeta or Broly because they're going to be Gogeta and Broly are going to be put into the Dragon Ball Fighter Z game? Like, do you think they're not trying to step on their own toes? Then Kel said, Fox Pixar Media, don't try to gnome us. Gnome us. What does it mean to gnome someone? Also, would you guys be interested in like this stream becoming like a rap thing? Like this particular one where like we hang out and we do rap stuff and we like rap on beats and stuff like that. Kel said, I think the rap was pretty dope. There we go.
Hey, thank you, Kel.
There. Getting that feedback. But would you guys be interested in me and Aiden like doing rap stuff, maybe like freestyling or like rapping on beats, while still of course reading the live chat and talking with you all? We would try to do it in such a way to where we like kept to the live chat. I know that I missed a few messages while we were doing the Rap Genius thing, but we would try to be, I guess, a little more attentive. I know that's a big pull for why you guys are here, is to be able to talk and hang out directly with us. So we're gonna like try our best not to ignore the live chat, but still have like a rap hangout. Do you think that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing? I'd really like to hear your opinion on it. What is your opinion on it?
I would love to do that, but I want to hear your opinion on like the rap.
I think it's interesting that your rap has a lot to do with like your religious views, how they relate to like your experiences in science and with your life. It seems like it's really a rap about your life in general, but it takes a big turn from being based in like your religious views to just being about your life in general, which is fine. But it feels almost like a goes from a very focused shift to a very general shift.
Well, so I think the idea is to try and blend as best as possible. I really appreciate the opinion though, because I do want to make sure that that blend comes off effectively. But so the idea is like outer space talks about like my interest in science.
Also, real quick,
What's that with religion? Yeah.
we got like a couple more live chat posts.
Gotcha.
Kel said, "Don't put in that code. You guess I'll get a virus." Then Fox Pixar Media said, "I think they'll put in the code." Fox put in a code for the Ratatouille thing, and then Kel said, "I hope they don't. We just probably won't. Probably won't put in that code." Also, that code is just like the end of a YouTube URL. I don't think we get a virus. I just think it would take us to not, excuse me, what we're looking for. Back to you.
Oh, thank you. So one thing, yeah, I was gonna say, outer space is emptiness, trying to mix space theme, science interest with emotional thing, that one line, and then tractor beam again, more like sci-fi space stuff. Also getting a little bit out there with like weirder ideas, heaven sent religions, science religion mix. Return postage, a letter mailed but never spent, supposed to refer to the previous line, but also supposed to talk about like my life and like personal stuff a little more. Then third eye blind, symptoms of a lack of focus. Personality stuff mixed with like problem emotional stuff. Then fucked up flannel thing. Like an appearance thing, also an emotional thing. Walk with loose ends, like my show's canceled. One thing about that I didn't really think too much about, but that I'd really like to bring up, that's just a really weird filter. That's interesting.
Yeah, this is the filter I was
I
telling you
didn't
about a
see it
moment
like
ago.
move though. Like I saw how it looked originally, but like when you move, it's very weird.
Yeah.
So one thing, walk with loose ends like my show's canceled. A big thing that I really like in science is the multiverse theory in quantum mechanics. And walk with loose ends like my show's canceled would also kind of talk about an idea of that in science, and also kind of the idea that like, so we have all these different paths and trajectories we can choose in life, and choosing a different one would mean that one version of that show is canceled, but that there are still other shows on TV, if that makes sense.
Fox Pixar Media said, but it's suitable. It's a film, and you will watch it. And then Kel said, guys, he's not a gnome legendary. Ratatouille is a real thing. So I feel like as soon as you get past the third eye blind symptoms part, it's where it no longer seems to really be about religion, and then it comes back to that when you get to the Bible Belt built an anti-Ned Flanders.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't think it's bad. It just feels like you set a very like solid like theme and tone and subject at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then like generalized it and then eventually tied back in. But it doesn't, it's not like it carries the religious part of it throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that it's interesting that you say that, because the whole third eye blind thing isn't supposed to be necessarily religious, but just connecting to like a mystical sort of thing.
Right.
But I definitely understand where you could see that.
Yeah, I think it's an unintentional like bar on that part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, the bar is supposed to be purposeful, I guess, because like the focus thing. Focus.
Well, I mean the religious connection of Third Eye Blind is the unintentional part, but of course it is like a bar in its own right.
But also,
Yeah.
Third Eye Blind is the name of the band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, another band. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's the name of the band.
Also, real quick, when it comes to live chat, Nani said "Wind and Necro." Then Fox Pixar said it actually takes you to what you're looking for. Then Kel said, "Okay, I gotta go to sleep, so I'll see you fams later." Oop, catch you later, Kels. Thank you for tuning in. Truly appreciate it. Then Fox said, "Are you ready to watch Ratatouille?"
Are you ready to watch raps on this live stream?
Are you? Ratatouille, new album.
Yeah. But so I guess the thing is, do you feel like return postage, letter mail, but never meant to open is like a religious one?
I feel like it was in part based off of your genius description, how it had to do with if you were like picked up by like aliens, that they'd probably be like, nah.
Is that religious?
It seemed like it, like a part of it was your idea that like the higher power that you could see being would be one that was like more of a technology based thing rather than being like, yeah. So yeah, it's more or less you saying like, this is how I could view something like that.
Yeah, but I think specifically the return postage thing, like I don't know that I'd consider it like a deity. I don't know, I guess the better way to phrase that is, I think, okay, how do you feel like I could change it up so there's more of a defined separation?
Between the like parts.
Yeah.
You might want to, even though it's really early on in the song, have like a hook division. Like you just insert like the hook between where you're transitioning between like religion to your life in general. You don't have to put in a hook. You could also just have some lines that make it more of a like, and now this is what the song is about.
Well, so I get that. The whole idea that I was trying to go for with it is that it is supposed to be kind of this mix. So it's supposed to have all of it kind of being this wash in the background. Essentially, the idea of like, oh, did you use hard change filters?
It's a pretty hard change of filters, not gonna lie.
With the religious stuff and the science stuff and everything kind of being washed together, and having every line have like a little bit to do with different stuff.
Have a little bill.
Have a little bit in every line. So have a little bit of difference in every line, nothing being specifically just one thing. Like no line should be like, it's just about one thing. Like I guess I tried to design it so that people can interpret it multiple different ways. And like there's layering to it, I guess. But yeah. I don't know. Do you think like when you were listening to it, do you feel like you were waiting for a hook? Like, do you feel like there needs to be a hook in there, or do you feel like I could keep writing, or like I could hit a hook like right here, and it'd be like good timing?
The reasoning for why I was thinking like maybe you'd want like a hook division or some way to like transition it came from when you were talking about the Rap Genius stuff. Yo, good to see you, Max. Came from the Rap Genius stuff because of the fact that once you explained a lot of like the story, the theme, like where it was coming from, it made it seem like you had a very like solid like subject matter going, and then you just like didn't. Like it was like every line like in a row was like it like tied into religion in like some way, like your belief tied into your belief, tied into your belief, and then it didn't. And I think it's mainly because it starts with a lot of lines based on that, and then the rest of it for the most part just like isn't that.
So outer space is emptiness. Is
Right.
that a religious line?
Based off of the genius thing.
No. But if you just heard the line, so outer space is emptiness.
No.
Cool. Hope a tractor beam comes, I'll call it heaven sent.
Yes.
So non-religious, religious, return.
Well, in context of each other, religious. Like one, like the
But
first
you
line,
can't-
if you
but
just hear
can't
it,
go like
you may not be.
that and
Yes,
then
you
be like,
you can mentally when you hear it. You can be like, oh, it ties to the previous one, because that's how jokes work. It's like if you like told a joke and then you say the punchline and you go like, that wasn't funny. You can't tie it like back logically. It's like, well, that's how like references work.
I guess so. So then. Well,
Fox Pixar said, I heard that it's good. Legendary's Ratatouille. Then Nani said it's a vlog with the Bensons and a window. Starring the window?
I get you. I don't know. Do you feel like it's jarring?
That is jarring. I feel like it felt odd when it was being described, but it wasn't a thing where. Well, it's also one of those songs where I don't feel like I would get any of this stuff if you didn't tell me what it was, like the Rap Genius. But once you hear the Rap Genius, you're like, oh, it's like going somewhere, like with a subject, and then you go like, oh no, not really, and at the end it's like, oh, kinda, I guess.
Well, I think so. The way that I imagine this, like if I were to make like a video of it, is just this guy like sitting in a room thinking about something, about like outer space, and about like floating in outer space, and then all of a sudden like this tractor beam coming and like shooting them back down into toward the earth, and then essentially like getting up and there's like a mailbox or whatever, and they open the mailbox and they like look at the letter or whatever, and then it's just like them like walking out down the street. Their clothes are like really tattered, they're like really out of it or whatever. And they may be like just really like messed up or whatever, and then that's like shown through their clothing and like the way they're acting and stuff, and then have like tatters and things in their clothes for the like show getting canceled, and somebody like maybe watching that on TV, like watching him like crash and like get up and walking around, and then like shut off the TV, and then them like flipping and they can't find like anything else on TV, so they like turn off the TV, and then they're like house ends up like lifting off or whatever, and that like crashes as well, and then their neighbor that they've like crashed into their yard like waves out the window and then like flips them off. This whole thing not meaning anything individually, but as an arc, kind of trying to make sense of it, essentially saying that it's this one stream of consciousness thing, going from the idea of this encapsulating like loneliness or emptiness to um, where does that come from in reflection of like considering other things to as far as like religious, considering like where I came from, considering like who I've been and like the choices I've made, to um, what those choices mean in the context of like my life and like the choices I've been given, the position I've been put in my life that necessarily wasn't my choice, and then my pursuit of my own goals and the flaws in that to some degree, and then the sort of overall arcing of my personality through that.
I feel like I'd like some of your stuff to paint like a bit clearer of a picture. We talked about this not too long ago. The idea of having like a progression into like deeper, more esoteric lines, but just with more context. Because I feel like you write really deep stuff, but it's like so deep. It's not that people are like drowning in it. It's that like it's so deep it's shallow. Like you like hear the words, but you don't know what's behind it. So it's more or less like just words to you until it gets explained.
Fair. I don't know. I guess I would worry about explaining it too much because I like songs that I hear that have a little bit of vagueness to them. Where like if you read them together, you get an emotional idea of what it means, and you get kind of an idea of the feeling that the person's feeling when they wrote it. But it doesn't make you think of their experiences. It makes you think of your own, and ways that you can relate to that. So if someone talks about in a song, hey, my dog died, and then my car wouldn't start, and then like this happened, and then this happened, it's interesting and it's emotionally relatable, but you think of things in the streamline of their story. You don't think of things in your own context and in the way that your life has gone out. So I guess I'd like to try and fit that in as well, find an interesting blend of that style to where people can still get across reasonably what I'm saying, but also have enough mystery in it and enough alluding to really try and get them to grasp for their own things, and to find personal meaning in the song.
You can definitely have a blend. I feel like that comes from having like multiple like verses.
Yeah.
So you can have like a verse that like tells your story like pretty clearly. Then you can like separate that with like a hook or like a music interlude or even like a beat change or switch, and then have like the more esoteric part on top of it, and people can then interpret that in their own way, whether or not they relate it to the previous verse that explained it or not. You can also do it the other way around, where you start like hella esoteric, and then you tell your specific story, and it's a similar thing where people can choose how they want to interpret or feel it. People can see the connection between both, or they can like see them almost as being different things that tell like similar stories.
So, do you feel like I could describe all this very, like, as you said, esoterically, and then go through and then, like, have lines that sort of clarify and go back in? Not overlapping into this, but creating a new verse that sort of underlines and defines the things that I talked about previously.
Yeah, you could definitely do the new verse thing. I also would say don't be too afraid to like mix them together if you wanted to. Like if you ever thought about it and you were like, here's what I'm thinking, here's how I want to say it. There's not necessarily a reason to not just say both in the same verse. Yeah. It could literally be like, here's the line straight up, here's the esoteric line, here's the line straight up, here's the esoteric line. And it wouldn't necessarily be redundant.
I get you. I've seen a lot of rappers do that in a mix in the same line. So they'll say like as short, they'll describe something that's kind of detailed in as few words as they can. Like they'll say, they'll talk about like a fight that they had with their girlfriend or whatever, but they won't say that. They'll be like, girl's crazy, and then they'll be like relating that to how like pathetic they feel like the person is or whatever, and then like I'm just making up a line on the spot just like crying like she was a baby or something like that. Like something that gives the description and then gives this kind of bar, whatever that bar would be. I know there's been quite a few rappers that I really like Drake and Mac Miller and people like that, who kind of do things like that. Not that specific bar, because I didn't even like that bar, but that concept.
Fox Pixar Media is really pushing Ratatouille.
He's really.
You really want 2018 Ratatouille.
What
He's
if
like,
it's
come
just
on,
him?
it's a must watch.
What if it's just him?
What if it is?
What if he just did 2018 Ratatouille?
Do you want to see 2018
Not
Ratatouille?
particularly.
No, I'm saying. What if it has mad bars? Does it have mad bars in it?
But I was gonna say part of the reason I don't like rappers like J. Cole is because like J. Cole has a song, I think it's Wet Dreams, and the whole song is like, there was this girl that I met when I was in like junior high or high school, and we were gonna fuck, and she like told me she wanted to fuck, and then I was down to fuck, and then she came over, and then I told her, ah shit, I was like really nervous because I was a virgin, and I didn't know what I was doing, so I like got condoms, and then she was like, hey, I just want to let you know, like go slow or whatever, because I'm a virgin. Oh, plot twist. Oh, she was a virgin. It's all good. We were like in it together or whatever, and that's how I lost my virginity. And I'm like, that's cool, but that you just described the whole story, which is fine, but that's not what I'm into. I'm like into listening to a song and being like, oh shit, I wonder what they meant about that. Like this is what I interpret it as, and like this is what I think of from my own life when I listen to it. Not like, let me just tell you all this stuff, like all these details in the song. Because then I feel like I really have to pay attention to it. Versus like there's something more subconscious about listening to just kind of
A
an
barrage
emotional
of bars.
Yeah.
I feel like there can be a happy medium. I think the only reason why I push it so much with your stuff, right? I feel like I appreciate your stuff more when I like know what's going on, and it's stuff that I could literally never know if you didn't tell me, because it is so personal. It's like, yeah, like how would I be able to derive that from it?
I get you. And I definitely think that's a part of it. Right now I have like 8 subscribers on the rap YouTube channel. But the whole thing that I'm interested in and kind of developing my style right now is having it in a neatly packaged form. Is having it in a way where I really enjoy the sound, where if I like recorded it to a higher quality, it'd be something I'd be really proud of putting out and maybe like putting together an album for or something. And also eventually trying to set the bar for I guess more people becoming interested in my music and working harder at trying to develop.
Do you tag your rap videos?
I probably didn't very much.
You should. You really should. Because I was like, Winslow. Oh, I didn't find anything. How about Winslow Hideaway? And it's like, nope. And I'm like, ooh, Aidan, come on.
Tags real quick. I bet I didn't do very much. I probably did like a couple of things.
You should like tag like every video that you have.
You're right, but at the same time, this was like one of my first YouTube channels. I just didn't like fuck with anything.
So I typed in Winslow rap, and one of the Lyrics Genius videos we did is like one of the first things that comes up. So maybe that will have like a path to your channel. Does this video have like no description? That's a hard cut. Modern videos, I would never do that. Give it like nothing. Okay, let's see.
Oh, that's why I don't have like.
Wait, what? You like confuse the shit out of me. It's okay to have one with them together as well.
No.
Okay. Winslow, soon you will learn the art of tagging. I will help you. Fox Pixar Media really wants that fucking Ratatouille video.
Sure they do.
They are on it. Winslow. Hideaway. So you think it'll come up now?
Hopefully.
Okay, Winslow Hideaway. 1185 Hideaway Valley, 15 Harbor Springs, Mississippi, presented by Bill Winslow.
Yes.
Very,
See,
very
and this one I
specific.
have. So in some of them I do have hometown hideaway tag. And I think part of that, and I also have like the producer of it tagged and everything. I think it's just because I have 8 subscribers. People are like, and it's posted like a long time ago. People are like,
Here we go. Miss is what got me there.
yeah, it's a really specific song title.
Okay, let's see. Winslow's rap channel. I'll post that into the live chat.
Hey.
How about? And now I'm gonna look up Ratatouille.
I thought we were going after these beats, but
It's not mutually exclusive. We can do all kinds of stuff. Legendary. Let's see. Nani said I'm subbed already. Fox Pixar Media said it's in a playlist called Fox Pixar Essentials. It's video number 9. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's like 3 hours and 38 minutes. Behold the greatest 3-hour film ever made in history. It took 2 years in the making. And here it is. It's 3 hours long.
also, is that what the movie looks like? Because
Like that weird, like, claymation, like, style.
looks concerning.
There's the making of video. Is that fucking Nostalgia Critic in the making of video? Like in the thumbnail right there?
Yeah, you know.
Looks like
He
him.
made it.
No, I'm not
I
gonna.
feel like this looks like a cross between a creepypasta and Robot Chicken.
It does look like a creepypasta. I was thinking about that. Isn't there one that has like a rat in it? It's like a yellow rat dude. I feel like if I type in
There's one about like Mickey Mouse.
rat creepypasta. Yeah, but Mickey Mouse is mainstream. Yeah, rap rat. See this nigga with the big ass ears? Look like a pair of scissors? Yeah. Rap rat.
Hey, today we're talking about
Rap Rat.
He's gonna show up coming on a tax bag. Every time he shows up, he wants
Tax bag.
cheese on
Crack.
his facts and on crack. He's a little crazy. Look into his eyes. You don't know what he's gonna do on the daily. You're in for a surprise when he comes up your butt and eats you alive. Hey.
Let's see. But no, I'm good on the Ratatouille. I can post it in the live chat though if people want to check out that Ratatouille. It has 72 dislikes. He said it's clay, but it has live action in it, like real rats in it. I honestly don't know how to spell Ratatouille. Every time I try to do it, it doesn't work out. I'm just gonna type in rat 2018. There we go. That is a thing that exists. There you go. Get a little bit of promotion on the channel. Are there like reviews out for it? Have people reviewed your Ratatouille 2018 movie? How'd you get away with naming it Ratatouille? It has like a good number of views too. He said the rats are clay, the humans are live action. That makes sense. It seems like it would be a lot harder to make the people clay. I mean, you just have like real people just lying around anyways. So right now, your boy Winslow is once again hitting up the bars, writing up some raps. Maybe we'll do some rap stuff while we'll hang out. Stay tuned for that. It seems like we have lowered down like the number of people actively watching the stream. And we've gone over an hour, so I'll probably just end the vlog here. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. Thank you all once again for tuning in. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, logging out. Herewith, peace.